The ego is a contracted nervous system. The ego, this thing that everyone on the spiritual path wants to get rid of, this thing that everybody wants to be free from, the ego, so we can experience our true nature. The ego is simply an overactivated nervous system. The nervous system of humans has become, because of all the millennia of trauma and difficult experiences we've had, our nervous systems have come into quite a contracted state, and that feeds the thinking mind, that feeds the thought-made self, and we become identified with the thought-made self because of our contracted, overactive nervous systems. So in order to be free, in order to really get in touch with our spiritual nature, which means to start to come away from identification with that thinking mind, one of the ways in which we can do this is by learning to relax and unwind the bound up tension within our nervous systems. And to do this, we need two things: space and love. Space and presence. Space and attention. Now, when you sit down and give yourself space, that is to be undistracted, that is to be not on screens or not engaged in any activity, and you just sit and give yourself space, the nervous system will naturally make itself known to you. Everything that you've repressed inside, when you give yourself space, when you sit undistracted, it comes up. That's why we don't want to be undistracted. That's why we want to keep distracting ourselves on our phones all the time, because when we stop the distractions, that which we've repressed, the uncomfortable feelings that we've spent our whole lives repressing, that we've spent the generations and generations of humans have been repressing, all of that stuff starts to come up within our own nervous system, and it feels uncomfortable. And so straight away, we want to get back to our distractions, get back to our phones, get back to our minds. Because that, coming into the mind, coming into distraction up here, takes us out of the uncomfortability of our bodies. So you sit down, you leave the phone to the side, you leave the screens away. You could have a little bit of music playing, that's okay. A little bit of gentle music. And you sit. And you just notice what is happening inside. Now, at first, we might not even notice our overactive nervous system. We might just be noticing the thoughts moving through our head. What does everybody say when they start meditating? Or what do a lot of people say? I just have this monkey mind. I have this continuous stream of thinking. I can't quiet my mind. Well, the mind isn't really the issue. The mind is a symptom. The mind is just a way in which the nervous system is trying to expel energy. But because we're so used to focusing on the mind, because the mind is an escape from the nervous system, we think it's the thinking mind that's the issue. No, the main root of it, the root of the suffering, the root of the thinking mind is in the body, is in the overactive nervous system. So when we sit and we notice the thoughts going on, we need to start paying attention, instead of to the thoughts, to our bodies. We need to start bringing attention into our bodies. Our bodies are craving attention. They are literally screaming out for your attention. So you sit, you give yourself space, and you just start feeling into whatever is there in your body, whatever is present in your body. Now, for many of us, if we've been cut off from our bodies for years, and this is especially true for men, but it can be true for everybody, if we've been cut off from our bodies for years in this mental conceptual world of thinking, technology and distraction, then we might not even feel much of what's going on in our bodies. We might not feel many emotions in our bodies. We might not feel much of our bodies at all. That was the case for me. Even though I was immensely suffering, my body was obviously going through a lot of stuff. But I didn't think about that. I was just noticing the thoughts. My attention was all in the thoughts. I thought it was all about the thoughts. For years, I didn't come into my body. For about 4 years going through this spiritual crisis, I didn't even really notice the feelings in my body. I just thought it was all thoughts. No, it was my body. That whole time I wasn't feeling my body. So then when you learn about this and you start doing it, you might just feel little bits of something here and there. Like I remember once in meditation, I was sitting down, I was like, okay, I'm going to just feel into my heart center. And I just noticed a little bit of tension in my heart, in the heart. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to stay with that. I brought my attention down and I just stayed in that place in my chest. And I noticed that when I stayed with the feeling, it started to grow and grow. And then part of me wanted to come away from it, but I was like, no, I'll just stay with it. I stayed with it, and it started to grow. And then I just felt this like love in my heart. I felt this peace, this bliss. It was like the feeling of pain in my heart felt blissful, because when you start meeting this pain, it is bliss. It really is. You can transmute everything within your nervous system. Your awareness, your presence is this incredible healer. And all you need to do to heal your body is touch it with your awareness. How simple. And the more you practice this, giving yourself space, coming into your body, touching your body with your attention, with your awareness, with your love. And love might not resonate right now. But the more you do come into your body with your attention, with your awareness, the more you practice this, the more you start to feel held by this loving presence. Held by this loving presence. Yes, the more you feel your body, the more this loving presence enters into your life. And then whenever anything challenging happens, any big emotions come up, anything happens in the nervous system, you can just fall back into this love. And it starts off very subtle. But with time, the more you feel, the more you practice this, the more that love grows. And it starts to become part of who you are. It starts to become who you are. And then instead of being an activated nervous system walking round, you start to become love walking round. Instead of being an activated nervous system talking and being in the world, you start to become this loving presence in the world. And that doesn't mean you're walking around like, oh my God, I just love everybody. Like, really like that all the time. Or maybe you do, I don't know. But you become more free, more joyful. Yeah, more loving, more caring. You laugh more. You smile more. You're more compassionate. You wouldn't purposefully harm anyone else. You wouldn't purposefully harm animals. Like, I have my dogs downstairs. Like, if they haven't been for a walk all day, I feel bad in my heart. Like, I need to take them out for a walk. Space and love, space and attention, space and presence is what heals our body and brings us back home. And the more space you give yourself away from the distractions, the more the light of your presence, which is already here, it's already what is looking out of your eyes, the more space will be freed up within your nervous system for this light of presence to come through you into the world. And I just need to clarify, I'm still very much on this journey. You know, more and more I'm experiencing this love, this light. But, you know, it's a daily process of me sitting with my own nervous system, continuously opening to the silence that is here, the presence that is here, a continuous dedication to this. And more over the years, things do seem to be changing within my experience. And ultimately, I'm just becoming a more and more happy person. And I still have a lot of immense challenges going on. But I am less taken by them. I'm less feeling like a victim to them. Which is pretty cool. It's pretty good. It's very good, actually. We need to take our power back. We need to take our power back. We've completely innocently given our power away to the mind, given our power away to our difficult internal experience. Yet, there is a light within you. You would not be watching this video, you wouldn't have watched it all the way up to here, no way, if there wasn't a light already in you, poking up out of the surface, ready to blossom into this world. The light is already waking up within you. How could it not be? There's no way you would have watched this video to the end if this light wasn't already waking up within you. It's already here. All you have to do is nurture it. All you need to do is give it the space. And everything within you that is blocking that light will unwind out of you so that the light can shine freely in its fullness. And if this is what you really, really want, and this is what you dedicate your life to, it will happen for you. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Peace be with you. 'Cause I find joy within the ordinary. It's extraordinary. Oh, the ordinary. It's extraordinary.